So today we've got some comic book movie news for you, including the Wolverine, the Fantastic Four, and the Man of Steel trailer. So we are finally back with some film news, comic book news, which is related to film.
In every sense.
Crazy that way. So we'll start off with the smaller stuff.
Yeah.
We finally have a release date for the much anticipated reboot of the Fantastic Four franchise.
Much anticipated.
Well, we'll get on to that, which is 2015.
Yeah, which is going to be an insane year.
Crazy year. Avengers number 2, Justice League, Ant-Man, Star Wars, all of them. So my question to you is, Fantastic Four reboot, is that something you want to see, or do you think it's a franchise that should just go away?
Well, I don't think it can get any worse. The Fantastic Four film franchise has been pretty shocking. It's been really hokey. It comes from that era of Marvel films before they decided to actually take these properties seriously.
Yeah, before Marvel Studios kicked off with the likes of Iron Man.
And this one being Marvel Studios.
No, this was Fox.
Fox. But even we had other companies other than Marvel making Marvel for like X-Men First Class that just started making them about characters. Whereas the Fantastic Four films have been like, oh, look at the superheroes and they do the fun and they're stretchy and they're superheroes. And I think we won't get that.
Use your words, Dan.
We won't get. Well, no one's always emulating the tone of that film. I was parodying. No, so I don't think they can get any worse. I don't think they can get any worse. I am excited. Yeah. I do like the Fantastic Four on some levels. I do think they're interesting. I think they have a good rogues gallery, and they have
a fantastic rogues gallery.
See
what I did there.
Doctor Doom is awesome, and they have interesting dynamics, and I think it could potentially be good. I mean, all of this stuff goes down to obviously director, and I mean it could be Green Lantern. But I will say, since Batman Begins and Iron Man, there have been the bad superhero films to good superhero films.
Oh, the ratio's changed.
Yeah, it's changed
completely.
There have been so many more good ones than bad ones, whereas before Batman Begins, they were all bad.
Yeah.
Maybe Spider-Man
I totally agree.
2, the exception.
Yeah.
Whatever. So could be good. I'm excited and open-minded. Definitely won't be worse.
I mean, I'm not a fan at all of the Fantastic Four films. However, I'd say 3 of the Fantastic Four members, they cast, the casting was right, minus Jessica Alba as Sue Storm. I thought she was a bit young.
I agree.
To be Sue Storm.
Sue Storm should be like a mum.
Yeah. And she wasn't. She looked like she should have been dating the Human Torch, which is all a bit weird. But my major complaint with those films is how Doctor Doom was treated.
Yeah.
He was just given this, hey, I'm the villain, and I'm gonna... See, I'm not using my words now. He was just given a really stupid backstory and stupid reasons for doing everything. And I want to see that kind of European, I'm in it for the right intentions. I don't like the Fantastic Four for certain reasons, to my own. And, I want to better the world, but I have my own opinions about how it should be done. That's what I want to see. If they just sort out Doctor Doom, I am happy. I'm a happy man. So no, I'm looking forward to it.
Do Fox own any other Marvel properties?
They previously owned Daredevil, and then they forgot to make a film, so Marvel got him back. Yay!
All right, cool.
Yes, so the next film we're going to talk about, we got a poster for the new Wolverine film, Wolverine.
Slim pickings, but it is a motion poster.
It is.
Which is new.
What do you think?
Well, it's based on the original Frank Miller, Chris Claremont miniseries where Wolverine goes to Japan, believed to find like his old kind of mentor or master or something.
It's all just about finding himself, and it's that original Japan origins, because as we know from reading the comics, it's a second home to him after the Xavier School, so he spends the majority of his time out there. And it's something that he loves, and it's something that the films haven't tapped into.
I mean, again, Wolverine really deserves, I think more than anyone, he deserves a good story to be told about him.
I agree.
And I don't think we've ever gotten that. I didn't like any of the X-Men films, and I certainly didn't like Wolverine Origins. I thought that was just disgrace.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm happy. I wish it was. I don't know. I guess I wish it was a bit more future Wolverine. I would really like to see the yellow suit at some point. Maybe that's too much to ask for.
Well,
maybe that wouldn't work on film, but
he is signed on for Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Along with Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. So, they were incorporating the yellow costumes into there. Maybe we'll get a yellow and black Wolverine. Although then I'd feel like they'd just go for the Grant Morrison new X-Men, where he hasn't got the mask and it's just the leather jacket.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a good story to want to tell. It's looking like we're not getting the Darren Aronofsky version anymore, which is a shame. But
Should Hugh Jackman still be Wolverine? I mean, this is seventh film, something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, same. I don't know why I brought that up.
He looks like Wolverine.
He is Wolverine.
I go back and watch other Hugh Jackman films. And I'm like, oh, what's Wolverine doing? And I just feel like it's period Wolverine films where he just decides he's just not going to use his claws and just get on with live a different life. Well, he is Wolverine for me now.
I don't know if I can go see Les Mis anymore because you ruined the trailer for me by going, it's Wolverine. That's not a cool move. And now we'll talk about the big one. Now we'll get down to brass tacks, what everyone wanted to hear.
The nuts and bolts.
Yeah. Man of Steel, the proper trailer has finally been released. Links to it down below in the description. This is Zack Snyder directing, Christopher Nolan producing and writing. He wrote it, yes.
Is that true?
It is true.
Okay.
Don't have to fact check that.
Take your word for it.
Yeah, you will. So, people are saying, are we going to get a Dark Knight Superman? Is that something we want to see? But first of all, what did you think of the Man of Steel trailer?
It ticked all the boxes.
Yeah.
It did more than what the teaser trailer did, yet it was still teasing. It didn't show me anything that happens in the film, which is the perfect trailer in my opinion. We saw some really good shots. It looks beautiful. Zack Snyder's the way he shoots his films, I love. I love the his team, the people who do the kind of post-production stuff.
Oh, they're amazing.
Just kind of some of the best in the business, and they really work well with comics. And if you'd have told me that Zack Snyder was, had more to do with the story, not Christopher Nolan, then maybe I would have been a little bit worried. But the fact that Christopher Nolan is producing it, and it seems like they're really, really going for a Superman story. I mean, all of these films that we talked about today are things that have had films in the past that have just not been of the quality that we want and that these characters deserve. Well, you're going to talk about the old Supermans, but really they're
Superman 1 and 2.
They have a charm, but they're not this.
Well, obviously they're not this. They're not Dark Knighted. They're Superman.
That's the other point that I was going to make is I don't think it should be Dark Knight. Superman isn't. Do
you think it is going to be though? Do you think, from the tone of the trailer, do you think it is going to be a Dark Knight version of Superman? I mean, you get that moment with Pa Kent saying, you got to hide your powers, and he's like, should I have let them die? And he's like, well, maybe.
I love the fact that the show seemed to be like they're showing a lot of pre-small town, Smallville Superman, and because I think that's a really, really interesting part of his story, and I think we're gonna get a really good superhero film.
I think this is going to be an extremely long superhero film. I think it's going to head into the 2 hour 45 minute mark. From everything I've seen in the trailer, well, we go from kid to adult to wow, that is something that only British viewers are going to get if you're lucky.
I couldn't have said Psylocke or I go to a Mystic Meg.
Fuck me. It looks like there's a lot to pack into a film, but yeah, with Christopher Nolan producing and Zack Snyder directing, I'm very much looking forward to it. And you know what? I wouldn't mind Superman a bit Dark Knighted. I wouldn't mind a slightly darker tone. And you've got such an amazing cast.
Yeah.
In this, you've got Amy Adams, you've got Henry Cavill as Superman.
The score that we've heard in the trailer so far.
Hans Zimmer taking over from John Williams, which is exciting, passing the torch moment. I am extremely excited. I watched this trailer multiple times.
Yeah.
So many times I had to say it multiply. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've got, it's crazy. Like, next year, we got tons of superhero movies. The year after, really.
Which superhero film next year are you most looking forward to? We've got The Wolverine, Man of Steel, Thor, and Iron Man 3.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. Man of Steel.
Alrighty, that's news. Join us on Friday when we will be continuing our quest to find the greatest superhero of all time.
See you then.
Oh, superheroes.